Welcome back. You're still tuned in to News and Views on myself, Salalo Makwidiri. The time is 11 minutes past 9 in the morning, Central African time. And we're going to be switching gears now to our next story, which takes us to Australia and not to the politics of Canberra or Sydney, but to the country's most prestigious literary festival, one of the cultural anchors of the Southern Hemisphere. It was meant to be celebration of literature and ideas, the Adelaide Writers' Week, which has been cancelled entirely following a major controversy over the removal of Palestinian Australian author Dr. Randa Abdul Fattah from its program. The festival board said Dr. Abdul Fattah's inclusion so soon after the deadly terror attack at Bondi Beach might not be culturally sensitive, but critics saw something much darker: censorship of a Palestinian voice and a capitulation to political pressure. More than 180 authors and speakers pulled out in protest, including internationally known writers, and the festival director also resigned, calling the decision to bar the author a threat to freedom of speech. And within days, the event was scrapped and the festival board essentially collapsed. And we're going to be unpacking that with Kayser Trad, founder of the Islamic Friendship Association of Australia. Kaiser, good morning. Assalamu alaikum. Jazakallah so much for joining us. Welcome to News and Views once again.
Good morning. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And it's always a pleasure.
I think we'll jump right into it. Let's start with the basics a bit here. What was the cultural and political significance of the Adelaide Writers' Week before this controversy, and why did the decision to disinvite Dr. Randa Abdul Fattah resonate so widely to a point where it collapsed entirely?
I think a lot of credit should go to Dr. Randa Abdel Fattah herself. She immediately put out a statement. She made it very clear that no Palestinians were involved in the Bondi attacks, and in fact, a Muslim of Arabic Syrian background risked his own life and safety to disarm one of the attackers, and he did manage to disarm him and managed to save lives. And that people should not conflate. This attack with Palestinian rights or Australians of Palestinian background. Now, Dr. Randa Abdel Fattah is a respected academic. She's a respected author. She's been on the writers' scene for a very, very long time, and she came out and spoke very strongly, criticizing the decision to disinvite her. And it's credit to the respect that she carries in the area that so many other writers decided to withdraw, including former New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern. I think this sends a very important and very significant message, and the disinvitation effectively backfired on the festival organisers, and we don't know at this stage what political pressure they came under. But they're all now gone, and the government has appointed a new board. What's going to happen? Are they going to reschedule? How long it's going to be before it's rescheduled? Will Dr. Abdel Fattah be invited again this time? These are very significant questions, and I think people now expect that she will be invited and that she'll have a right to have a prominent place at this festival. I know that early in February she'll be speaking at a youth event in Queensland that's organised by the Islamic Council of Queensland in cooperation with the Australian Federation of Islamic Councils and organisations such as RISAP from Malaysia. So she's one of the prominent speakers at that event. That event also includes Dr. Anasat Takriti. So what they've effectively done is ensured that they give her new platforms to speak at, and her strength in speaking out, criticizing the decision, and the fact that it was just a knee-jerk reaction, a completely unnecessary decision to make, and it's a decision that just shows the depth of anti-Palestinianism that exists in Australian society. That people need to speak out and always be vigilant and make sure that the issue never dies, and that Palestinian rights always have someone to stand up for them.
No, most definitely. I want to touch a bit on the rationale here of the festival's decision. The board said it removed Dr. Randa Abdel Fattah on the grounds of cultural sensitivity after the Bondi Beach shooting, as you alluded to. Even though Dr. Abdel Fattah had no connection whatsoever to that attack, or even a Palestinian having no connection to that attack. From your perspective, why was this decision made? What could be the rationale behind this kind of decision, which is not credible or even justified by any kind of reasoning?
Well, there's only one possible rationale behind it, and that is the fear of the lobby. The Zionist lobby, or the pro-Israel lobby in Australia, is very vocal, very strong, has some very influential individuals in that lobby, and it's just sheer fear and terror of what that lobby might do. And that lobby would probably have most likely criticised the festival board for inviting a Palestinian voice in the first place. So I think things got to such a point that people even fear offending the lobby directly or indirectly, and um, as they reviewed what was taking place, maybe the invitations list and the background of the invited guests, they decided that they better play it safe, and it's just an indication to everybody, not just in Australia but all around the world, that that lobby has become a real Frankenstein that is feared by so many, even in important and respectable positions.
Mm, could we potentially be at a place where we could be seeing more of these kinds of essential targeting of Muslims, of Palestinians in Australia, with the Bondi Beach attacks being used as a justification of that this kind of targeting?
Look, undoubtedly that some will use it as a justification. As I say, the lobby is very powerful, and at the moment, it's not just attacking Palestine; it's attacking Lebanon, it's threatening Iran, it's attacking Syria, it's threatening to expand its attacks in Israeli grab for land and resources, and generally they try to justify their actions by demonizing people from that region. So it's not just Palestinians, but it's Palestinian, Lebanese, Syrians, and uh, the reach of that lobby, the tentacles of that lobby that reach far and wide, that they seem to have representatives or delegates in so many important organizations. Now, it was very significant that Louise Adler, a Jew of Jewish origin, has resigned and criticized the decision to disinvite Dr. Randa Abdel Fattah. That's a very interesting move. Whether it's a deflection or not, we don't know. But we know that it sends a very important message to the lobby that that they need to pull back the level of fear that they have created in society, and I think this will reverberate very strongly in many other segments of society. That people will reflect back and think, is it necessary to be so afraid of this lobby, that the fear of being labelled anti-Semitic has gone too far, and it's. I think people have to realize that enough is enough, and in fact, this is too much. It's gone beyond enough, and they have to put that fear behind them and focus on what's important. The Writers' Festival is a place where freedom of speech is celebrated, and freedom of speech that leads to creativity and contributes to the human trajectory is being stifled purely by fear. And the fact that the author, Dr. Anda Abdel Fattah, did take a stand, immediately issued a statement, was unrelenting in terms of standing up for her rights. That was something that I think the lobby did not expect, and the fact that she managed to get support from so many other writers, I think it's something else that they did not expect. And the festival board would have never estimated for a moment that so many other writers would withdraw. How can you hold a festival without any writers, or with only a small handful of writers? This is a far more significant shift in attitude than people realize, and this is something that, if it gains momentum, it can create a seismic shift in attitudes, and hopefully break the shackles of fear. And people can start to wake up that there's no need to be so afraid of this lobby, regardless of its power.
No, most definitely. Kayser Trad coming to us live from Sydney. We're going to return for now. Thank you so much for giving us your time. Always a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
There we go. And with that, we are going to take a quick break. When we come back, news and views continues after this.
Day by day, this